me, don't worry about it. Here, do me a favor, state and spell your first and last name for me.
Andy Nimmo, Nimmo, and I'm the Deputy Chief, Joplin Fire Department.
And then do you have an address of this residence? I see that with 1103, but do you have no idea?
I don't have it yet.
Okay. Do you have any idea how the fire started?
We're still investigating at this time, but we don't see anything that appears to be suspicious.
Were there any persons inside the home when it caught fire?
Yeah, the occupant of the first trailer was home and was able to escape the fire.
So is it 2 residents that burned?
Yeah, we have 2 different trailers that caught fire. One was from a heat exposure from the other one.
A neighbor told us that somebody was burning leaves. Does that have anything to do with it?
We're still investigating into that, but we've heard the same thing, that they were out burning leaves today.
Okay. Are we under a burn ban?
There's no
currently?
burn ban, but due to the high winds, we weren't allowing burning in the city today, and we don't recommend it at all right now.
Yeah.
So.
Was victim injured? Was the person that was inside at the time, were they injured at all? Can you give me any update on their
They've
status?
been checked out. They've got some minor injuries, but they're doing well.
What about in the other home, the second home? Anybody?
I had none that I'm aware of.
Any pets?
There were some pets that were involved, but they all escaped safely as well.
Okay.
Do you have the time the call was made and the time you guys arrived on site?
Call came in at 6:18 roughly, and first truck was on scene within about 3 minutes of the first call.
And is it just Joplin responding to this?
No, Reddings Mill is here assisting us as well, as auto aid.
So tell us, nobody was injured. Would this be something the fire investigator, the fire marshal will take a look at? I know you investigate every fire, but
We've contacted the fire marshal. He'll be looking into it. Again, we don't see anything suspicious at all.
right.
Right now it's being listed as an accidental fire.
Will you contact Red Cross to help any of the people involved?
We're still in the process of trying to obtain
early.
where everybody's at and what the needs are. But if they do, then we'll be contacting them.
Okay.
I see you guys are still working, and right now, do you guys have completeness on how far we're along on this?
The first trailer had a lot of contents inside of it, and it's making it difficult to put the fire completely out. So we'll be here for quite a while, and they'll make sure that everything's completely out, because with the trailers all as close as they are to one another, we want to make sure it's completely done. Good?
Thanks.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
KOM News Now. Joplin News First. I'm Shannon Becker. That's Andy Nimmo. He's the Joplin Fire second in command. You'd say Deputy Fire Chief. He told us 2 structures here burned. Get a little bit closer here. We've already talked to Joplin Police Department too. We've got some information on that. So this structure here burned, and then heat exposure on this house here to the side of it. Possibly one person will be displaced in that first residence. We're on 34th Street. So if you just go directly west, really close here, you'll run into the old Oak Hill Hospital, which is Freeman East. We talked to Corporal Tim Hudson. Of the Joplin Police Department before going live, and he said as part of their investigation, they also had heard about a resident burning leaves. We just asked Deputy Chief Nimmo about that. Currently, you're not supposed to be burning leaves or anything in the city. Due to conditions. They update those conditions every morning about 7:15 on the fire department section of the city website. And if you do burn, you have to have a permit. Those are available if it's a burn day. You can get rid of those permits at any Joplin fire station. It might be Fire Station 1 since COVID. They used to do them at any, but it might just be at number 1 station now. I'm not necessarily sure. I have to check that. But so Corporal Hudson told us that the resident here was burning leaves in the yard, and the fire got out of hand. A lot of people could see this smoke all across town. We were covering the Cole Darby Cruising the Prom event, and we could see it from where we were. But we can't be 2 places at once. So we wanted to cover our news story there before we came here. No one's injured, no pets were injured. Joplin Fire Department responded. The call was about 6:20 tonight. Smoke was visible even from 7th Street. Reddings Mill Fire Department responded as mutual aid, automatic mutual aid. So this is that second residence here that suffered damage, what they call heat exposure. They were not injured, but the fire was so intense that it melted the side of their house. I believe their utilities will still be active, but the other resident here will not. You're fine. Somebody chucked a water bottle at me. This is the 1100 block of East 34th Street. 34th Street dead ends here. There's two kind of trailer park areas, and then a third behind the old Consumers building. I don't know who's in that building now, but there's a very small one there. Once again, no one was injured, and we'll have an article up on our website in minutes with more information, more succinct for you in one place. So this resident melted siding from heat exposure after this resident was burning leaves and it got out of hand, destroying their own residence. KOM News Now. Joplin News First, live and breaking news. A traffic alert tonight, East 20th Street. You'll want to avoid the area between Kinzer and Brigmore. Joplin High School prom is at the I Do Event Center, 7300 East 20th Street. And traffic will be busy all evening long out there. Last year they had 2 crashes, so be careful. Thanks to our tipsters who let us know what they were seeing. Thanks for sharing our stories and letting others know. It's live and breaking news. There's only one source. It's KOAM News Now, Joplin News First. I'm Shannon Becker on East 34th Street.